Hey, what's going on, Knuckles family? It's RL Knuckles here to give you another game review. I believe it's the second one I've done. The last one I did was back in April when I did Resident Evil 3. And I meant to do one on Streets of Rage 4. It's because I still haven't done the boss rush mode, which I'll do that soon. But yeah, I'm here to talk about The Last of Us Part 2. And I want to say thank you to everyone that took their time to watch the videos. Even if it's one view, two views, three views, it still meant a lot to you guys actually took the time to actually watch it. Even the ones on Instagram, the ones I did on Instagram, just a little bit of clips, like maybe like at least as long as it's like at least 20 minutes. And then I'll show like, a preview of my story, like, hey, this part's available, this, that, and the third, here's a preview of the video, be sure to watch it, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I don't give it like a big thank you to everyone that, stuck with those 45 videos and managed to watch every single one of them. It means a lot to me. Like, it was a lot longer than Resident Evil 3. The Resident Evil 3 playthrough was pretty short, but this one was just like a long one. And like I said, I enjoyed every single moment of it. And like I said, we're gonna get down to my dislikes and likes about the game, and kind of like things in the middle. Now, I do want to start with the bad first. This feels though, it's good endings on a good note, rather than just endings on a bad note. So I'm gonna go to a few of the bad things that I did not like about this game. And the first one was the way how to kill Joel. Now, if you play the first one, you already know that in the end of the first one, Joel has this good relationship with Ellie. When he lost his in the first part of the game, Joel loses his daughter when the whole pandemic was going on. He lost his daughter, and then in the later in the game, well, pretty much the beginning part of the game, you pretty much and having this bond with Ellie. So through the whole entire game, it's like Joel has another daughter. So then towards the end of the game, like I said, as you know, Ellie's immune. Ellie's immune to the infected. So she was cured to save humanity. It was in her brain, but in order to do that, they have to kill her. And Joel didn't like that. Joel's like, screw you guys. You're not gonna kill her because he didn't want to lose another daughter. So like, what he did was messed up. But it's almost like God, what can you do, man? You bonded with this girl throughout the whole entire game. Do you want to let her die? Like, it's now, I do believe Ellie knew that she had to die. I do believe that. I'm still not quite sure on that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she knew that she had to die for that. So Joel was just being a little bit selfish. So I mean, what he did was very selfish. His sins was going to catch up to him. But in this one, though, we see this new group of people named Abby, and the wolves. And when I saw him, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like this girl. I'm not sure. So her and her people killed Joel, and the way how they killed him was kind of effed up. It's like, well, so they just tortured him pretty much in a way. Like, not only just killed him, but they killed him right in front of Ellie and Tom. It's like, bro, like, what the f, man? Now I say you knew why they killed him, but it wasn't shown just yet. Like, you really have a good idea as to why they killed him, which we'll get into it later in the video. But yeah, that was one of my dislikes. I just didn't like how he died so early. Like, I was just like, oh, well, granted, that part was always spoiled for me. Well, it wasn't spoiled to the fact of how he got killed, but it's one guy was like, oh yeah, they killed my guy on my Facebook. I'm like, bro, why the hell did you spoil that for me? Like, I knew he was going to die, but it's like, bro, like, what the f? Second one, the story could have been, well, the second half. Well, no. The story could have been more, right? So basically, this game is just, well, there's two sides of the story, but the majority of the game is just, Ellie's quest on vengeance. Now it says, embrace on a vengeance quest for the people that wronged Ellie. Now, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, in terms of wronging her, does that mean someone betrays her? Because granted, the first one was a pretty straightforward story too, but it's like, this one was just strictly about revenge. Like, it would have been like, if someone whom she known that she loved, that she was close to, were to kill Joel, and she wanted revenge on her on those people, that would have kind of like made a better sense, I mean, not better sense, but like, it would have been at least like more interesting. But this one was just like strictly, just revenge, and that's it. Just simply revenge, which I know I feel as though it could have been more. Now, Graham, there are some twists in the story which I really enjoyed, but I just feel as though like it could have been a little bit more than just a simple revenge. Like I said, I feel as though it would have been better if someone were to betray her trust. That's what I would like to see. So because like I said, granted, like I said, it is a dark, gritty game. Like, and also I'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, I could have sort of the story could have been did a little bit more. Like I said, it's not a bad story, but it could have been like more than just strictly just revenge thing. So, anyways, so the second half of the story, Abby's side, it was a bit slow. Like the first one was just she was trying to find Owen, like going through all that trouble in the rain, through that ship, just to find Owen and just to have like one of the most awkwardest games I've seen in a video game in my whole entire life. Which I won't get into that, but like that part was just okay. Like even the past between her and Owen, like I get it, but it just wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Like I just thought it was just cutting too much in the time. Like I just didn't really need to see all that. Now I did like seeing their chemistry, but like their past, it's like I didn't really need to see all that. Like that, I didn't really like care for all of that. So yeah, and probably the last negative thing I have is there were too many skills. And what I didn't like was that suppose if you wanted this one skill, you have to add a skill that you might not even want. So basically everything goes in order. Like I want like when I was playing Abby, I wanted to get this max health, but like there are other skills I'm like, okay, I don't really want that. I don't really want that. It would have been more if they were. It would have been better if they were to separate that. But despite all that, there was just too many skills where like you just didn't really need like the explosive ones. I didn't increase a single one of that. Like I didn't need that. The different type of shells you can use with Abby, it was cool and I used it, but it was like it wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Like it was just okay. You're giving me a little bit of too much skills I don't really need. Like now in the first one, I didn't need all those skills, but like this one was just like way more skills that I really did not need. And I didn't put this in the list too, but I could have no. I believe the weapon upgrades were still the same. So I'm gonna skip all that. But yeah, they just gave. I feel so they gave us a little bit too many skills. I'm like, okay, I don't really need all of these skills to like go on. Like, so you give me like a little bit more because like I feel so they do. You do find a lot of supplements and you do find a lot of tools in this game, which I feel so they're a little bit more forgiving in this one. And the first one was like. It was almost like hard to find a couple of those bullets, but in this one, it was you keep finding me at like almost everywhere. Not almost everywhere, but I mean like it was at a decent amount of places. So I mean, it's not like you were never out of bullets. And I think it was also actually no, I'll get to the good. That's gonna be the good part. But like, as far as I know, that's about it for the well. This is kind of like in the middle. Characters changing. Like Ellie in this game, I will say Ellie's my girl. I do love her in this game, but I understand the concept of it. But man, she just went on a dark path. I liked it and I disliked it because she was there was one way in the game where her like she was looking for Tommy because as you know Tommy is Joel's brother and like pretty much. The wolves killed Joel in front of Ellie and Tommy. Like so, of course, like they're pissed and they're kind of want revenge. So Tommy goes out to find the killers. And like the middle of your search, Jesse comes up to you and be like, hey, you think I'm gonna do this on your own? And there's one part of the game where it's like, hey, there's a boat. Ellie's like, yo, let's go find Abby. And Jesse's like, we gotta find Tommy. And Jesse and Abby's like. Abby's gonna be calling my Tommy, get over there. It's like, you still don't care about Tommy. Like, it was that, man, Ellie just wanted vengeance more than she wanted to look out for her friend. Like I said, I did like the dark turn of it, but it's like, God dang, Ellie. It's like, I think I said in my previous, I'm like, yo, F you, Ellie. Like, really? You better be lucky that Jesse's gonna be alive. Hopefully he finds Tommy. So yeah, man, that part bothered me. So that's kind of, like I said, that's like in the middle of my dislikes and likes. So I'm going to move on to the good parts of what I like about this game. The presentation. The presentation is beautiful. I mean, it's from PS3 to the PS4. It was beautiful. Like no ifs and buts about like the characters look great. You can definitely see the huge upgrade from the PS3 graphics to the PS4 graphics. So that was gonna be no surprise right there. Now the gameplay I like now, granted, it's a bit of the same from the first one. Not a whole lot has changed. Now, granted, I mean you can crouch the grass, you can do more with the crouch and whatnot. That was pretty cool. I really love the dodge mechanic because you can easily like counter somebody using the dodge. So like, so when the crazy would just try to hit you, you can dodge that, or enemies trying to hit you, or regular person trying to hit you, and you just dodge. So you can simply just counter attack them. Like that was very very good. Now the enemies did adapt to your did actually adapt to the dodging things. So to your attack. So like some computers did eventually learn from that, but it's still pretty cool to have that dodge mechanic in the game because I really, really enjoy that, especially when I was like fighting some crazies or some hand-to-hand people. Like it was pretty dope. Now, I did like the new characters in this game because in the first one, it's basically just Joel and Ellie. Now you do play as Ellie for a little bit, but like I, it was cool. But I just like okay, let's play. I just want to play as Joel. In this one, you play as Ellie and Abby. And now we're gonna actually no that Merc's running new characters here. I hated Abby at first. Actually no, yeah, I hated Abby at first, but I liked her later in the game. But that's gonna be a little bit towards a little bit later towards the good part. Dina, Ellie's girlfriend, she was cool. I mean, despite her being a homie hopper, because in the beginning part of the game, Jesse Jesse was with Dina, and then Dina goes with Ellie. So I mean, yeah, she's pretty much a homie hopper, but Dina was a ride or die in that game. Like she loved Ellie, man, and I said this is gonna more into the last part of the game that I have for it. But Dina was cool. She helps you in a couple parts of the game. Like she was true friend right there, a true girlfriend. Like that's dope for her to do that. Jesse, I like another new character in the game, and then you meet up with the wolves, like Abby and all those other guys. Now I did like Owen. Like out of the wolves group, I liked Abby and Owen. The rest of the wolves group, I didn't really care. Like honestly, like when I was killing, I felt great killing. I didn't care. Like I felt great killing all the other wolves because think about this. When the wolves killed Joel, here really, Abby and you can make an argument for Owen. They were there when Abby's dad basically okay. So I didn't say this, but Abby wanted revenge on Joel because Joel, when he killed the everyone, the Fireflies. Well, granted, before that, I was saying, okay, so clearly, someone within this wolves group had to be there at the Firefly Hospital when Joel was killing everybody there. Someone had to be there, so it was Abby and Owen. Abby was still young, so Abby's father was one of the doctors. He's the one that said, "Yo, we're gonna have to kill Ellie in order to, get the vaccine for humanity." So Abby legit had a legit reason to want revenge. Owen somewhat took us. Owen was cool with her dad. You know what I mean? They were there at the scene. These other guys, like Nora, Manny, Mel, what's her name? Yeah, and the other people. Like, what are y'all doing here? Like, what y'all doing here? Like, y'all need to be there really for Abby and Owen, honestly. And then here's the dumb part, right? And later in the game, Abby's like, "We let you live, and you wasted it." Now, I'll say this: when they killed Joel, like, I kind of like what Abby and Owen did. Like I said, I'm saying kind of. It's like, hey, we don't care to kill Joel. We're not gonna kill these guys. We're gonna be no better than him. But the friends were like saying, "Yo, we got killed him. Like, we killed Joel in front of them. You don't think they're gonna want revenge?" So they should have killed us. They should have killed Ellie and Tom. They should have killed us. And then I was like, "You wasted it." It's like, and I said, "Yo, Abby, as much as I like you now, do you not think that they're not gonna want revenge when you kill Joel in front of them? You killed the guy's brother. You killed the girl's father figure. Like, did you not think that was going to? You know, think like, hey, we're gonna let this be. No, we're gonna want fucking revenge. You know what I mean? Like, like, come on, guys. Like, y'all are idiots for letting them live." But yeah, I did enjoy the new characters. Like I said, it wasn't just about Joel and Ellie in this one. It's about like everybody else in this one. So I appreciate that. Now saying all that, I did like the twist in this one. And what I mean by the twist is there's two things. Well, like the one biggest twist was So you were thinking that okay, so basically when Joel killed everyone in the hospital in the first one, he didn't tell Ellie the real reason. He just said, the thing failed, everybody else died, yeah, yeah, this, that, and the third, right? So you're thinking like, okay, Ellie doesn't know the truth as to why the wolves killed Joel. So you're thinking like, okay, the wolves are gonna tell Ellie, but no, it was in a flashback. Ellie said, "Tell me what the real reason was, and or I'm gone, or I'm gone." And then Joel does tell Ellie the truth. So before the wolves killed her, Ellie knew the reason why they killed him. So I like that 'cause it's like okay, now she knows now she knows what Joel did, and yet she still wants to kill these guys because it seemed like in this game that Joel's and Ellie's relationship was like falling because she even said, "Hey, don't ever talk to me again. I'm staying in Jackson, whatever. Don't ever talk to me again." So you see the relationship kind of like a little bit tremble in the past, like with these flashbacks, but you do see the relationship, start to get a little bit better. But you also do see, way before Joel tells her the truth, there was like, a moment where, it's her birthday. Ellie and Joel have a moment because in the first one, it was all about their chemistry, their relationship. And this one, you didn't really see that much because Joel dies early in the game. But I do appreciate the flashback that they did in the game. It kind of makes up for them for not showing their chemistry in this one. So I really do love that. So her knowing was definitely a twist. I do. The other twist is not really much of a twist. Is that the fact that you play? Oh yeah. Also, actually no. I forgot to put in other new characters. The scars. The scars were, the scars were pretty scary. Like when you're in the TV station or whatever, you see people hanging from the ceiling. You're like, yo, who is? Because Ellie and Dina are like, this is definitely not Tommy. And you're like saying, yo, who the heck are these people? And you hear them, are they with the scars? Yada yada yada. And when you random like when you run into them, it's like you get hit by an arrow. You're like, what the heck are these guys? You're like, okay, those must be those scars that they were talking about. Like the scars are like a religious group, and they're kind of crazy a little bit. You know what I mean? Like religious scare people. And like I said, the way how they kill people is pretty freaking scary. Like honestly, like I kind of like that we like. Not grand. I'm not saying that like everyone like if you really believe in religion, you're kind of crazy and stuff like that. But like the way how they do it, it's pretty extreme. So it is a little bit scary when you. It is a little bit not scary, but like it's like oh god, like these guys, man, like they're pretty free. Like and honestly, they're a lot more harder to deal with than the wolves. But yeah, I did like the new edition for the scars, and they had a new edition of infected too. So like I said, the new enemies in this game are pretty cool. Now the twist is that the second twist, actually no, this will be the third twist. Maybe second, third, I don't know. When Abby on Abby's side of the story, right? So the game kind of like makes you sympathize, okay, as to why Abby did. Because like I said, at first I'm like, yo, I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers right now for doing that to my man Joel. But you start having a kindness towards Abby, and I like the twist that they did. Because I'm all about yo, man, revenge, revenge, revenge. But yo, Abby, she really is a good person. You know what I mean? It's just that a guy killed her father and she wants revenge. Like pretty much, she was a little. I wouldn't say she was as dark as Ellie, but like had Ellie wanted revenge on Abby. That's how Abby kind of was when she wanted revenge towards Joel. Because like she kept saying, "Hey, I found this over here, yada yada, this, that, and the third." And she heck, even in the beginning part of the game where her and Omen saw the town, Owen was, "Hey, I'll meet you back," and Abby's like, "Screw it, man, I'm going." So yeah, so that's a little bit of a twist. You like it, Abby, but in her adventure, so I was hoping that with her side, you can start learning about the scars a little bit more, and you run into these kids, Lev, and I forgot the other girl's name. They're with the scars, but the scars and like how Lev shaved his head. They called him Lily or called him a girl, and yada yada, this, that, and the third. And so, which I still don't know if he's a girl or a guy. Someone got to answer that question for me. I believe it's a boy, but I don't freaking know. But yeah, you kind of learn about the scars a little bit through them because they had this sister or whatever, but she died. And as soon as she died, the scars kind of like twisted her message by like killing people and hanging people. So like they kind of like they were good, but after when their lady died, that's when they all started like become like a bit of became a little bit of monsters. But I do like the so pretty much there it is to another characters love in them, but like the relationship that Abby had with these guys, like she felt it was because she was like, if I let these two, leave these two alone, they might die. And I'm honestly thinking like, yo, okay, we won't see them again. But no, they came. She came back for me. You know, she helped them, and that was really cool of Abby saying that showing that she has a lot of heart because during that time it was wolves against the scars, like they didn't want them to deal with each other. But later in the game, well, I'm just, like I said, this obviously don't know. This review is gonna be some spoilers, but when Lev's sister died, and Lev said to Abby, "Those are your people." She's like, "You're my people." She was like, "Yo, screw the wolves, screw all this." Like, no, you are my people. And after the bond that I have with you guys, I'm not letting you guys die. So I really love that twist into it. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it was great to see like, hey, the character that you wanted to kill so bad, you're like, oh man, you know, like she's a really good person. So it was it was great to see it. It was really great to see it. And I like how in this game, granted, this might be a bit of a controversy to a lot of people, but it is whatever. But like, I love how the women were in this game, man. The women were some badasses, you know. Now, I'm not saying that Ellie and Abby are the greatest female video game characters ever, because I still believe that Sam is, because she's the OG of the whole group. But like, I just love that how you know that hey, these women were badasses. Like they are survivors. They didn't have to. I mean, granted, people help them. Don't get me wrong, but it's like they don't need like a man to survive and shit like that. Now, I understand that people are gonna get mad about that, but whatever, it is what it is. I just love that Abby and Ellie were badasses in this game. Yeah, even Dina had her moments too. So yeah. So another good thing I love how this game is dark. Like this game, the first one, don't get me wrong, it had its moments. That this one was just like the way how you kill people, the way how Ellie sneaks attack people, like she's like cutting their throat, like you see it, man. It screws them, shooting off people's legs, arms, like this game goes through the work right there, man. And just you know, and also the darkness that took over Ellie, like she just wanted vengeance. Like so basically, in the part of the game where Abby runs into Ellie at the theater, and you know, and I hated doing this, but Ellie gets her ass kicked by Abby. Like it was great. Heck, even when Dina tries to help her and Abby was about to kill her, and Abby was like, no, she's pregnant. She was like, good. Like it was like, oh shit, bro. Like and Love's like, Abby, don't do it. Like Abby left Ellie and Dina left to die. Well, they survived, but like she kicked their ass, man. And seemed like, you know, and years later, you know, Dina had her baby, they live on her farm, you feel like, okay, they lived a good life, and yada yada, this, that, and the third. Ellie was still having nightmares of Joel, and she was like, I can't let this go. Like, she let vengeance consume her because she had a life at home, she had a baby. Like, granted, the baby was, Dina was pregnant with the baby, was Jesse. But, you know, it was, and man, it sucked, man. Like, she chose vengeance over, you know, living a good life. And, you know, and to me, personally, I'm like, yeah, I want you to get your revenge, because I'm thinking, like, God dang, man, so don't get me wrong. So, like, we go on this revenge tour. They have Abby kick her ass? Oh, hell no. I'm not, no. Like, as much as I liked Abby, it's like, yo, we can't let this go. Like, really? We're just gonna have our revenge for this and we just get our ass kicked like that? Oh, hell no. No, I can't let that happen. So, the last biggest good thing I have, pause. The last good thing I have at this game is the impact. Like, and what I mean by impact is that this game made me feel some type of way. Like, it was more relatable in the first one because, so forget all, you know, her having the immune to the whole virus and stuff like that. Think about it this way, right? Revenge can consume us. We don't know how dark we are when we want revenge. Like I said, Ellie just went on a freaking rampage and kill everybody. And then that last fight between her and Abby, man, that fight, I'm just like, yo, man, don't do it. Like, actually, before the second fight, Ellie got the knife on the left, saying, if you don't fight me, I'm gonna kill him. She's like, he has something to do with it. He did when you brought him over here. Now, granted, I don't know if Elle was gonna really do it. I don't think she would have, but yeah, man, like we really don't know how dangerous we are when we want revenge. It's literally like poison to us. It really is. She almost killed Abby, but and she just had a flashback with Joel, and she didn't. And I'm really, really glad she let her live. But in terms of letting her live, going out for revenge, she comes back to the farm, and there was nobody. Dina left. Dina left with the baby. I think it's baby Jay. I'm not sure, but now Ellie has nobody. Now Tommy's still alive, but I don't know if she went back to go back to Tommy. And Ellie lost some fingers too with the fight against Abby. So I mean, with how this game ended, there's never not gonna be a third one. But here's what I would love to see at the end of the game. I really would have loved to see Abby and Ellie work together because they were on an island that I don't know what these cootie sides were, but it seemed like they would have some sort of entertainment, just watch people fight the infected. It seems like that, like almost like a coliseum. But they weren't in a coliseum, but it's like how coliseums would work. Just have the slaves fight the animals, yada yada, and the animals were the infected. It would have been cool to see Ellie. I mean, she does free Abby, but like it would have been great to see Ellie free Abby, and they fight off all the people that were trying to kill them to fight against the scars. Not the scars, trying to fight against the infected, and be like, hey, yeah, we work together, Abby, but I still want to kill you. And I would have loved to see that, but but instead we did. But that's fine. It's not the end of the world or whatnot. But also, you see Abby showing a bit of Abby was showing more growth, whereas Ellie was just going down the rabbit hole, man. And I love seeing it, but I hated seeing that to my girl right there. She went from a nice, playful kid from the first one. And even in the beginning part of the first one, she was all chill and stuff until, when Joel died, man, it was just vengeance. And despite, her and Joel having an up-down relationship in this game, when he revealed the truth to her, she still loved him because the whole thing was for Joel. That, despite what Joel did, she still loved him. And that's why she wanted this revenge because, Joel meant a lot to her. Despite, him killing everybody for her, she still fought for him. So I mean, that was just, you can't, like I said, despite them having a bad ending, that we see flashes of them having good endings, but despite before all the hectic stuff happening, you don't understand. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, like I said, in the end of the day, man, I really enjoyed this game. This game, I'm still feeling it after playing this, man. Like I said, the ending, it's man. Like I said, she does let Abby go, and there are fireflies. The fireflies do exist. All I'm saying, I heard is fireflies, and Abby does find the fireflies, and she's on a boat and she drives off, and yeah, man, it's just, like I said, the game was very dark, very impactful. Like I said, man, that can be us. It truly be us if we want revenge. So yeah, man, if I had to give this game a rating, I would give it a 9 out of 10 in terms of, the impact that this game is still making me feel this way. And I feel as though if the game makes me feel this some type of way personally, I feel as though it did a great job. Now, the first one, arguably a masterpiece. I did not see this one being better than the first one. But also, did I say first one? No, I meant the second one being better than the first one. But also, what hurt this game were the leaks. And everyone would say, and that was good for everyone to say, oh my god, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. People need to stop going by what people say and just play the game for themselves. Now, I didn't look at the leaks, because why would I? I'm going to get the game, why the hell would I get the leaks? If you were playing a game and if you read the leaks first, what? That I question you. But anyways, yeah, the leaks definitely had something to do with hurting this game. Let's be real about this. But overall, though, I enjoy this game. I feel as though this game is getting way too much hate for now granted, people have their own opinions, and that's fine, but I just feel as though the hate for this game was just, it wasn't all that necessary. My good friend Jesse, he's all saying, oh, I don't know, man, the reviews saying this. I'm like, bro, don't go by what the reviews say, just play the games for yourself. You will enjoy, and granted, would he enjoy this game? Maybe, I hope so, but I enjoyed it. Hell, this is one of my, I consider one of this games for Game of the Year for this year right now. Now, granted, Ghost of Tsushima is out, and I still gotta play that. But I'm also gonna actually play. Next time I'm gonna play is Persona 5 Royal. I'm actually gonna do like a. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna actually do like a reveal opening for like a real opening, see what I got in the box and whatnot. So I'm excited for that. But anyways, like I said, I want to give a big thank you to everyone that tune into this video and also tune into all my videos of the Last of Us 2 playthrough. Like I said, I really enjoyed this game. Also, oh yeah, the music. Now I'm not much of a that music is not my style, but the music definitely fit with this game. You know, I just enjoyed every aspect of it. Even the ending music, man. I'm like, damn, man, it's over. Like, oh man, it's still getting to me just reliving that ending, man. Like, man, dude. Man, like I said, oh my god, and they just released a new patch for it too. But granted, it's harder. But I'm not gonna play. Like I'm not one to put it's like, well, I need to have a challenge. Like it's certain games, but it's not like I go crazy over like challenge games or whatever like that. So anyways, but I want to give a big thank you to everyone that like tuned into this video. What do you guys think about this game? Do you feel as though people just like going by what other people are saying, just witness a game for themselves? Now sometimes the reviews from other people can be true. They don't speak nonsense all the time, but it's like, you know, play the game for yourself. Granted, nowadays into this generation, it's like you can't even buy a game when it comes out on the first day. Like they might have some bugs with it, but this game, you know, well, granted, there was a big bug issue that I had. Like towards the end of the game, if you saw it, I think it's like part 44, part 43, and it was like you know, a little this white glare and whatnot. Because I thought I was going the wrong way, but I thought I was going the right way. But anyways, yeah, there's a little bit glitch. There's a couple of glitches in the game, but like I said, it didn't like. Yeah, actually, yeah. For a couple of, I think there were a couple of glitches in the game, but it wasn't a whole lot. So it wasn't like a whole lot that's like, okay, after this game or anything like that. But there are a couple of glitches. But anyways, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this game. Like I said, do you have to start listening to other comments, just witness the game for ourselves? Would you rate this game? Do you like this game better than the first one, or do you like the first one better? Just like give me your thoughts about it. Like I said, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to me, part of Uncle's family. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram account. Not my Instagram account, my social media account, my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And don't forget to follow me on my Anchor podcast. We talk about all things pop culture. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time, man. See you soon on the next video game playthrough I do. Peace.